Hello, welcome to another video. Today we're gonna be putting together my next journal here. If you've been following my channel, I do kind of stop my journal periodically because it gets too thick. Like, I think I stopped too late for this one. And yeah, so this was my first journal from January to March 2022. So first 3 months, and I have everything I did here. And then my journal pages are all filled in here. And then, so I was doing January to March, so that was 3 months. So then I did April to June, and I think I did way more in April to June, so this is way thicker. So I've decided, on the off chance that I end up doing too many, well, a lot on one month, I'm just gonna do a journal every 2 months now instead of every 3 months. So now this is my January to March 2022 and April to June 2022. So now I'm gonna put together my July to August 2022. So in the last time when I was doing this, someone told me like to start from the what they call that? Start from the laminating, and I was like, okay, you guys want to watch me laminate? So I do have my laminator here. This is my cover that I'm going to put in my next one. This is printed on cardstock. And the picture I've been choosing for each of my journals has been the diamond painting that has taken the longest in this period of time. So this is my diamond painting that took me the longest to do in this July to August 2022. I don't know if that's what I'm going to keep doing, but it seemed like a good thing. So here is my cover here. I do have my laminator here. Laminator. I just got this laminator like when it was really cheap. I think it was like $16, and then it came with 10 laminating sheets, so I thought it was a pretty good deal. I have since used up my 10 laminating sheets. Or no, I think it came with like 20 laminated sheets. I don't know. So I'm just using, what is this? This is just because it was cheap. This is a 3mm laminating pouch. If you want a thicker one, I would suggest doing like 5mm, but I find the 3mm is good enough. So I'm going to move this a little bit. I need a little bit of space. So the thing is, you need to put this as close to the center as possible so that it laminates nicely, because I've had the problem where I did not put it in as close to the center as possible, and try not to include any fluff, because the fluff will permanently be in there. This is why I do it off camera. So I'm just trying to center it as close as possible. It doesn't have to be perfect unless it will bother you if it's not exactly center, but either way, this is getting cut exactly center. So okay, I think that's good enough for me. So when you laminate, you're supposed to put the sealed edge first. I think that moved. Okay, that's good enough for me. No, it's worse. So sealed edge first. So I did turn this on prior to the video so that it would be hot enough, because I needed it to be ready here. So meanwhile, while that is going on, here, oh wait, I have other things. Or I'll just wait for it to finish because it's almost done. Okay, so I had put in a, so now I'm just gonna cut it in half. I've put in like a mark where I put a red mark on my ruler where I need to cut it because this is slightly more than 8.5 by 11. So there. Paper cutter. And the reason I still have the laminator is, I'll show you why. So I have this mushroom hole punch here. I don't know if you can see here. I did have to take out this one here because if I have something laminated, it cuts into the lamination here. And then there is like little hash marks. So this one is like little one for 8.5. I actually drew another line here, and that's where I need to put this in for the ones that have the lamination. So I'm gonna, and that is just, I measured it, and that is where, because a laminating sheet is slightly bigger than the 8.5 by 11, so unfortunately it doesn't have like a tick mark, or like it doesn't have like a stop tick mark, so I just kind of there. So gonna sometimes the laminated ones get stuck, and this is why I don't really show it on the channel. There. And then I do the same thing for the back cover here. There. And the reason I still have the laminating thing there, for whatever reason, I like to re-laminate it after I cut the holes, so that, because there's like, now there's extra bits and stuff like that, so I kind of want to re-laminate it. I don't know if this is necessary, but this is what I end up doing. Can't believe I'm 8 minutes in. But that's why I do this like prior to the video usually. Right, so meanwhile I have the list for what I completed this here. This is my first page. I normally print it on sticker sheet and then put it onto my journal, but oh, it's done. So I'm going to turn off my laminator here. I'm not using it anymore. So I have my cover ready there. So what I'm trying to say is for this portion here. So in the beginning, this is my to-do journal, like I messed up how I cut the stuff here, so I redid it. But yeah, this is my in progress here. So the very first page, you usually need a blank one, so that's, well, at least for me, because this is where I put my finished picture. So if I open a previous one here, so I would put my finished picture up here, and then my legend here, and then I would put my This is what you normally see in the videos. And if I had put in the legend there, then I would have to print this on a sticker. But I did notice that I did not put a legend in here, so I could keep this blank page. So, and then I just printed this on to, so just cutting in half. Oh yeah, I think I was planning to print this like this way and I forgot. Oops. Yeah, I meant to actually print it in this orientation so that it's easier. And like I said, I forgot. Oh well, next time. So now I'm gonna move this back to the 8.5 by 11 here. All right. So what I'm going to do actually is take out the cover from here, because this is what I've been using for in progress. So my in progress, I have this folder here that has my stickers. Someone did ask me what these stickers are, and these are how I keep track of what finish I'm on. So if you look at this, I've been keeping track. This is finish number 275 in all since I started diamond painting, but it's finish 79 in my 2022. And that's why I have 2 stickers. I like to keep track of how many I finished in a year, and I also like to keep track of overall what finish this is. And yes, tiny diamond paintings, partials, still move my number up, and things like this, even though it takes forever, will still only count as 1. But that's just how I've been going. So I'm gonna remove this here because this is gonna go into my next journal. Here. And this is all the stuff I'm working on. Have not finished them. This is and that's the last finish. Right. So my next ones, so this one has my purple. I have like a whole, I just got this. It was really cheap at the time of me buying it. I don't even know if it's available anymore, but, and these are just the 3/4 inch ones, and you could get bigger discs, but I prefer just these smaller ones so that I could just stop and start my next journal without it getting too heavy. So looks like I used yellow, the blue, and now these are the purple. So what have I not used? I'll go for this pink. So I'm just adding the new discs here. Oh, I don't know. I hear some fire trucks, either a fire truck or ambulance. Sounds more like the fire truck, because I think the fire trucks do that horn. So I hope nothing is too crazy out there. There. And you could buy like the brand name ones of these, but like I said, that's the one I've been using. I think I got that for like less than $10, so there's so many. So this is the one I'm currently working on, and this is the back, and these are all just stuff I'm still working on. I do have a separate journal that's just all the stuff I've kitted up, but I haven't started. This is everything. I've started all of these, so that's why it's in this journal. And then you need the blank piece of paper, or at least me. I need the blank piece of paper for when you need to put in like the legends or something like that. And then here is my folder with my stickers, and that's mainly, like I said, to keep track of what finish I'm on. I guess I could always look at the previous one and just write it in, but it helps me more. Here, and then my cover. So I barely ever look at the cover of the ones I'm working on because I always just have it open like this. So like when I'm working on it, I never pretty much close it. I pretty much just have it like this. So that's the current one I'm working on right now. Oh, I hear more sirens. All right, so let's put the cover on this one. And there. So now, didn't do too many. It's not that full, but I just didn't want the case of the last time when I did put 3 months in, it was just too much. So yeah, here is note to self. Change it to this orientation. I think it's because I had it in my previous one and I just saved it, and I think I need to change it to this orientation. But yeah, I finished 76 to 101, so that is 26, I guess, diamond paintings from July to August. So, and now I'm just going to put in all my finished pictures. I print my finished pictures 4 to a page. I just use the photo printing part of on my computer. So I think I've shown you how I do it for these thumbnails. It's the same thing, except instead of doing the 9 to a page, which is a wallet size, I'm doing the 4 to a page, which I think was a 4.5 by 5.5 size. And then, yes, because they're different sizes, they don't always fit all the way in here. So, and now I'm just going to cut them out. And then put them in my journal. So I used to do this periodically as I went along, and then I was like, you know, I'll just do it at the end when I'm putting together my journal. I do take pictures of my diamond paintings after I finish it. So some of these, like especially the things that you need like construction, I took the picture before the construction, but that's okay. I guess you'll find out when I show it. So a lot of this video will be pretty much me cutting these things out. And I don't cut them out all pretty. I probably could, but it's white. The borders around it is white, so I figure it's not going to be that noticeable. And I printed this on just 8.5 by 11 sticker paper. And I just bought some cheap one that I was able to find 100 sheets for on Amazon. And just make sure when you print, at least for me, I have to make sure when I print that I print and say it's on labels. Because if you don't, sometimes I have a laser printer, so if I don't say that I'm printing it on labels, it ends up saying something like, it doesn't cure. I don't know if that's the right, like the toner doesn't cure onto the paper. So ever since then, I'm always making sure that I am choosing the correct paper type when I print. And that was the same thing for the cover. I made sure I chose, for this cover, I made sure when I printed it that I chose cardstock. Or no, there was like, it was called heavy, but it had like parentheses with the GSM. I think it's called GSM. Or like how many pounds it is. So I just kind of make sure. Sometimes it's hard to peel these things. Oh, the picture's supposed to be this way. I used to print these finished pictures 9 to a page, but then I was like, no, I have space on here. I can print them bigger. So this was my cover picture, mainly because this was the one that took me the longest. This took me 40 hours and 36 minutes. So this is my Craftably one here. Did that go too far at the edge? Nope, that's perfect. That's the problem with these ones, is it's very close to, because I have these thing punched, it gets very close to the edge. My J picture here. Every time like I see a J picture, whenever I'm like choosing things for my PR packages, I'm just like, ooh, J picture, and I'm just like, I should get it. So next one. I wonder if it would just be easier if I just cut it with the blades. Would that be faster than me cutting it? Because it'll be easier to peel off. So yeah, my cutting board there is just from the Dollar Tree. Just gonna try it and see if it's harder or easier doing it this way. Because it was kind of hard to peel. I thought of making a silhouette thing for cutting this out, and then it just didn't happen. So I actually did this one twice. That might be easier. It just doesn't cut that nice sometimes because, yeah, whatever. It's white. I won't be able to tell too much that there's extra sticker paper there. And then that's assuming I cut it out fully. There. Just. Oh, and this one I decided to try to be fancy, and I had printed out both. I printed out only 4 cards to a sheet, but for whatever reason, this one, the way this is. Because, yeah, I was having a hard time peeling the edges. So I don't know if this is better. Assuming I cut all the way through. There. Okay, next one. So I'm going to keep on doing this way. Yeah, I don't know how much easier. Do the blade thing. Hope I didn't do this one. This one actually turned out really nice, I thought. There. Harry Potter stickers. I think this one I accidentally forgot to put the finish stickers, so it's actually a much later finish number than it's supposed to be, but then I was like, I already put the stickers in on the other ones, and I think it's one of those, like, it's kind of hard to take it off from the previous one, so I just kind of left it, even though it's a little bit out of order in the finish. I think when you do a lot of these small ones, it's really easy to forget. Because those other ones you're like, yeah, I'm done! And then you're excited that you're done. But yeah, so this is why I had 26 finishes, because I'm doing a lot of these smaller ones that only take an hour or less, or maybe 2 hours or less. There. Next one. Yeah, I think I like the just cutting it with the blade. It's a little easier to peel if I cut it this way. I guess I could always get paper labels that already are 4 to a page and do that instead, so then they're already like cut to size, but I don't know. Then I would have to buy like many different versions of labels. Oh. And it's just sometimes easier just to have the full sheet one. These cards. I actually didn't print the last 2 pictures because I only had 2 more left for that. And I was printing in 4s. So those ones will just be in the next video, added to the finish in the next video, after my next 2 months. Right. Hey, next one, apparent. Yep. So if you like, I really like these Dollar Tree cutting boards. They're just awesome that you could get it for $1 or well now $1.25. And be careful using box cutters. You can cut yourself. You know, I remember when I was trying to buy the box cutter, I think I was trying to find it in Walmart, and I was like, they were actually, you had to ask the store person to open them up for you because they were behind the glass. So you had to get someone to open the storage place for them. And then I'm like, and then, you know, like, it's not like one of those ones where they just give it to you. So I'm like, okay, I asked them to open it, and then I just was able to put it in my cart. I just thought if you were going to have it behind the glass like that, I thought it was going to be one of those. And it's not like they're expensive. I think it's just because they're weapons or something. But yeah, I just thought that was weird that it was behind. And was locked up. So like this clock, I only have the picture of it from when I finished diamond painting it, but not the constructed version. And see, this one I actually have the legend here, so I have it over there. And the last one. These are the last ones for this. I actually have, like I said earlier, I have 2 more finishes for this journal. I just did not print them out because I only had 2 more. So, and I print these 4 to a page so that I don't have a wasted half sheet of paper. And this is the same paper, oops, this is the same paper I also use to print my thumbnail pictures, like these pictures here. Yeah, I think these will be too big amount of white. So I'm doing an extra cut. But yeah, I had, like for my 9 to a page, I was putting those through my silhouette. And it's just, It's just too much effort. I'm just like, eh. I'll just cut it myself. It's just square. I could cut this myself. Gnomes. Here. So if I don't have any legend, I just kind of put the picture in the middle because I was like, I don't have anything else. My unicorn toys here. And see, this one was my birdhouse that I did construct on video, but when I took the picture, it was before I constructed it. I guess I could always take the picture after I constructed, but in the whole scope of things, this is what I diamond painted. So, and there you go. I actually do have 2 more finishes in here. Some Christmas cards here, and oh no, wait, I have 3 more finishes. So yeah, that's why. I have 3 more finishes. So I just need 1 more. I thought I had 2, but yeah, 3 more finishes here. I just haven't put them, I haven't printed them out because it's 3 more. All right, so there is everything here. Everything here. So now I have my 3 journals for this year here. So I have, my next one will be September to October, and then I'll have a November to December. And yes, some of them are much less than the others, but that's okay because I diamond paint different amounts a month. But that's all I have for now. So thank you for keeping me company while I put together my journal, and thank you for watching, and happy diamond painting. Bye!